Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Osereme. If today is your first time ever seeing this channel, thank you so much for being here. In my last tutorial, I shared with you guys how to go about the pattern drafting for the making of this built-up neckline. So today we're going to be sewing all the pieces together. So if you're interested in this, keep on watching and let's get started. From our last video, we drafted out all of these patterns as you can see, and now I've gone ahead to cut out lining pieces for every single one of them, the back and all the front pieces as well, as you can see. So this is what it looks like. The lining are just exactly as the actual fabric, so all you have to do is to just cut it out exactly. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, because this is a built-up neckline, especially the neckline area is supposed to have a facing, right? You need to have a an interfacing there to make that area stand firmly when you're done sewing. The interfacing that I have right here is stay, and that is what I'm going to be using. You can use gum stay around the neckline as well. Now, because I have more than enough of it, I'm not just going to be using it only around the neckline. I'm going to place it around the whole, just use it to interface the whole bodies at the back, and do the same thing for the lining piece as well and for the other parts of the front. If you do not have enough, you can just use it around the neckline only, but if you do have enough, you can do it for the whole body. So guys, that's what I've done here. I've ironed my stay to the wrong side of all of my front pieces, as you can see, and I've done the exact same thing for the lining pieces as well. So this is how these pieces should be together. The focus of this class is not the princess that bustier, it is the neckline. So I will just go ahead and place these bustier pieces right sides facing each other as it should be, and then just go over to the sewing machine and stitch it down. I'm currently just pinning them down right now. I will head over to the sewing machine to stitch down the areas that I'm currently pinning down. I'm not going to be padding this. I have several videos on the channel already where I showed you guys how to pad a princess that bustier, okay? So you can refer back to any one of those. So after pinning down the princess that bustier area, I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and just stitch down the areas that I have pinned down. So guys, this is what it's looking like right now. If it was padded, this area will actually stand on its own, but because it's not padded, you can see the space for the bustier is there as well, but it's not standing. It's going to actually still have the full shape when it's worn, but just not standing on its own because it's not padded. So I've done the same thing for the lining like I mentioned earlier, as you can see, and I've stitched down the lining pieces as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is to join the lining pieces and the actual fabrics together, right sides facing each other on the neckline, and I'm going to go ahead and pin them together. So I'll pin from this side curve here, and I'm just going to pin all the way around. So watch how I am pinning this down and do exactly the same thing.
Sometimes it feels like I should know.
Alright guys, so after pinning it down, this is what I have. I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch around all the areas that I've pinned down. This is what it looks like after I was done stitching it down. I'm just making notches around the curved areas, as you can see, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the right side. Now, because of the shape that we have on this neckline, it might be a bit difficult for you to actually just see what it looks like when you turn it out right now. So the best thing to do is to go ahead and iron it out so that every single shape that it has will come out perfectly. Okay, so I'm just going to go over to the ironing board now and iron this out nicely, and then come over to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm just using my scissors to push this area up a bit more so that you guys will see, and let me go ahead and iron this out and show you guys what it looks like. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done. You can see how the neckline comes out better. So I'm going to leave this aside now, and I'm going to work on the back pieces. Now for the back pieces, I've also ironed interfacing to the wrong side, but for this I just did it somewhere halfway. Okay, so now I've done it for the lining and the actual fabric, as you can see. So I'm going to place a lining and actual fabric together, right sides facing each other. And I'm going to pin around this top here because this area is going to be stitched down on the sewing machine. So I'll pin around here. And then I'm going to go ahead and also pin around the center back. So I'm going to be doing the top of the neckline and the center back right now. And then I will show you guys how to go about joining the shoulders. So if you're following right now, just go ahead and stitch the center back and the top of the neckline. And then you'll do the same thing for the other pieces as well. So guys, this is what it looks like after we're done with the center back and the top of the neckline. So now it opens up like this. Okay, to join our shoulder, watch what I'm doing so that you can do exactly the same thing. Place your front and your back pieces together. This is one side of the back. You can see how the neckline and the shoulder aligns. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open this up and then open it up as well on this other side, and I'm going to align the fabric to fabric and the lining to lining. I hope you guys understand. So from where you had that joining on the back pattern and where you had the joining on the front pattern, that's the neckline area, just go ahead and align those joinings. If you've done everything right, the two pieces would be actually exactly the same length. One would not be longer than the other. Okay, so from the top of the neckline here, I've aligned it, and then I'm now pinning into the shoulder. So what this means now is that we're going to go over to the sewing machine and we're going to make a straight stitch across all these areas that I've pinned down. Okay, so from here through this place down to this other side as well. So guys, after making my stitch, this is what it looks like. So if I open it up, you see the areas that I went to stitch down. But when you turn it over to the right side, you see that automatically you stitch the built-up neckline and the shoulders together like this. And I've done the same thing for the other side as well. So now that is done, what I would just need to do is to trim off all the excesses that I have on the rest of the body. I'm just removing this excess that I have here, and then I would trim off the excess on the lining as well. Now these excesses could be from when we're drafting or the amount of allowances we added, but as long as everything is looking okay, you're fine. You can trim off the excess, but make sure that the front and the back pieces are exactly the same when you're done trimming out everything that you need to trim off. So this is me trying to align the front and the back pieces together to make sure that they're exactly the same as I'm trying to trim off the excess allowances. So now we'll join the front lining with the actual fabric. So I'll just turn it like this and sandwich the whole back into the front pieces so that I will be able to pin down the lining of the front with the actual fabric of the front, just as you see me doing like this. So all of the back pieces that we've joined is inside here. So when I'm done stitching down all the way around the areas that I'm pinning down right now, all I'll have to do is to turn everything out from the armhole. So it's exactly the same thing I would do when I'm sewing the back pieces. I'll just put everything inside and then bring everything out back through the armhole when I'm done stitching it down. So as you can see, I'm pinning around the bottom part of the front piece now, and then this is the other side. I'm going to go ahead and pin as well, and then I'll head over to the sewing machine and just make a straight stitch to secure all of these areas in place. You know, we had not joined the side of our lining with the body and then the bottom as well. That's what we are going to go ahead and do now, but this is done after you're done stitching around the neckline. So I'll go ahead and stitch this around and do the same thing for the lining. So this is what I had after I was done stitching down all the pieces for the front and the back to look neat, both at the sides and bottom. You can see the bust area is even standing a little bit. I can see that space where the bust is supposed to be, right? Okay, so this is what the back looks like. I've gone ahead to stitch down the dart for the back to make up for the princess dart that we had in front as well. So now for the sleeve area, I really do not have enough fabric to work with here. I have just these pieces circular like this left for this whole print, and that's what I intend to use for the sleeves. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure around my armhole, what my armhole is supposed to be. After sewing everything, I realized that this is too small. So I'm just trimming off a little bit to make it what it's supposed to be. All right. So I'll measure now, and this is okay. So that's perfect. Now I'm just going to create like an armhole for this circular piece that I have here. I need it to just come out to be about 9 inches as well. This is just something I want to just place on the sleeve just so it's not bare. So this is 9 inches long. So when I stitch it here, it will just give a little circular sleeve. Okay. So I'll make a notch at the middle, and I'm just going to go ahead and place this from the top of the shoulder area here, and I'm just going to pin this around the armhole. Now this is a little flare sleeve that I'm placing here, so you can actually do any type of sleeve you like depending on the amount of fabric that you have. For this particular tutorial, I literally loosened up an old outfit that I had before to make this top. I was just using something else to recreate this, and I didn't have enough fabric to work with, so this was what was left. So I have to actually just put this circular sleeve on this particular outfit. Okay, so I'm pinning this around the armhole, and you can see it fits in perfectly. So when you're doing this, just make sure that when you measure around your armhole, just use whatever you get to also measure and create like a kind of armhole for the circular sleeve. So once this is stitched down, you will have it looking something like this, like a circle. All right, so I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch this down, and I'll do the exact same thing for this other side as well. But first, just like we did on the other side, I'll have to trim it off a bit so that it fits what my shoulder is supposed to be, my armhole, sorry. So just trim it off a little bit. So I'll go ahead and fix the sleeve here as well, and after which we basically join the sides of the front and the back pieces together. So guys, after joining the sleeve, this is what it looks like. I've also gone ahead to join the sides of the front and the back, and you can see how everything is looking. Now I'm going to place this on my dress form for you guys to see that even the bustier area will stay perfectly. It's just that for these, I will have to always put on a bra when I'm putting it on because it's not padded. All right, so finally I'm going to fix my zipper at the back, and that'll basically be all for the making of this blouse. After I was through with all of that, this is what it looks like on the dress form, and you can see how the neckline sits in place. So yeah, that's basically all for the making of this tutorial. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll be seeing you in my next one.